Mace Hammertime. Mace Hammertime. Mace Hammertime. The Mace Hammertime MMA Power Hour Show. Welcome to the Mace Hammertime MMA Power Hour. Introducing your host, a man who needs no introduction, the living legend. He's a fighter, action star, male model, part-time baker, and sweet love maker. His victories too vast to count, his defeats stand at zero. He's the one, the only, the deadliest man in the known universe, Mace Hammertime. With your co-host, expert in training, Ronnie J. And the all-knowing, all-seeing Deuce Almighty. So strap in and get ready for the greatest show in combat sports, the Mace Hammertime MMA Power Hour. Juan, aloha, everybody.
Aloha.
Welcome to the
Praise
Mace
the glass.
Hammertime MMA Power Hour show. The bass. Ready to the bass.
Yeah, hit
We're
that
here
high
again.
note. You
This
ain't
is,
you ain't
Mace-
even know.
You
You're-
Mariah.
You're fucking funny.
Yeah.
You're hilarious.
So anyway, this is Mace Hammertime. I'm the deadliest man in the known universe. Currently 500-0 on the books, but who knows what's more than that. I'm here with Ronnie J and Deuce Almighty, the experts. Say what's up, fellas.
What is up, guys?
It's Deuce Almighty. We out here.
We you're doing it. So sparring went well last night, correct?
Bro, sparring was great. I'm fighting on the 25th. Today's the 9th of February.
Okay. Okay.
So, yeah, I'm fighting and we were sparring last night. I'm feeling fucking good right now. I'm feeling real good.
Wow. Okay, cool. And so you guys got after how many rounds you guys do last night?
Nothing crazy, honestly. I want
But
to say it was
just-
like maybe 3 rounds.
Just felt loose?
Yeah. It's just coming together. Like I've been doing like a lot of strength and conditioning. I'm feeling stronger.
I've
Like
noticed that, yeah.
yeah, fucking a lot of bag work at the house. So like I'm getting those bag rounds still.
Absolutely.
And then just getting rounds in the gym whenever. And I'm also like taking time off. Like I'm not like fucking just going
Recovery.
hard every fucking day all day. You know, I have like days where I'm not doing nothing. Or I'll go to jujitsu
Yeah.
and like be sore in a different kind of way that doesn't hurt my Muay Thai.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm like feeling real good. I'm gonna go
Good.
to jiu-jitsu tonight too.
Good.
Anybody
good,
going?
good. I'm not. You gonna
I
go?
think I am.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right, bet.
Yeah, Mace Hammertime already trained a little bit of jujitsu, but
I gotta
Plus-
fight ninjas in a pit somewhere.
yeah, ninjas in a
You
pit
know,
someplace.
it's training.
Somehow. All your unsanctioned fights. When are you
Yeah.
gonna get a sanctioned fight, Ronnie J?
Actually, I've been thinking about this, and
Enough
I
of this
really-
underground bullshit.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, no more
Facts.
streets. You got
It's fun though. It'd be going crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
Fought
Well,
a-
when are you gonna
fought a
make your
pro
debut?
wrestler. That shit was
What's your ETA for a debut, Ronnie J? You got a lot of work to do. You got to do 75 hard.
End of July, maybe.
End of July.
Shit, that might be possible.
See, like I said I've been thinking about it. I be thinking.
Well,
Yeah, I bet.
You got to get on that 75 hard though, otherwise no.
Yeah, I know, bro. I've owned it. That's part of the thinking. Reading requires thinking. That's part
Why
of the
don't you
thinking.
why don't you just get the audiobook and make it easy on yourself?
Because that's not how it was.
I'm not a
made.
fan of certain like you. You
Exa-
can't use an audio book for everything. That's
Tell
what,
him.
That's what music for.
Tell him. No,
Guys,
you can't. I never use an audio book.
never use the audiobook.
I was the weird kid. I didn't read books during recess, but I read books during everything else.
Well, that's fine that you read books.
Huh?
So then the 75 hard shouldn't be that difficult for you.
It really shouldn't
Alright, so-
actually.
I ain't gonna lie, that shit hard as fuck. But
You
did
know
it.
what's gonna
It's-
kill me?
it's doable. What's up,
It's gonna be the selfie. I have no pictures of myself
Yo.
on my phone.
bro? That's what got me. Was the worst fucking part about it. I think I felt on like day 30 or like 29 or some shit like
Yes,
that.
you end up feeling like 110 hard.
Bro, I ended up failing like 5 different
Oh, my
times,
Lord.
going like over 11 like 3 different times. Yeah, it was whack.
But the weird thing about failing is like
you can just
do-
kind of restart.
yeah,
what's
but
up?
like you're still the stuff that you did prior that still applies to what you're doing going forward. So
Yeah,
your mistakes, like they're not really mistakes.
for sure. Because like you're already not like
No.
most people don't do most of those tasks anyway. And with 75 hard, you're supposed to do 2 45-minute workouts. One has to be outside. You gotta drink a gallon of water a day. What else you gotta do? You gotta take a picture, a progress picture every day. And then you have to be on like a
That's some
diet
rocky
or
shit.
meal plan.
Did I ever tell you guys about the time I walked across the Sahara Desert with just a thimble of water? Amazing. Anyway,
That's fire.
that's how I did it. I was like, I did it like in a day and a half
you-
too.
did
Which
you-
is super.
Get any record of that?
No, nobody. Listen, I do this stuff for spiritual reasons.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
You
deeper
just
than
had like
that.
a
What
tier.
religion?
I don't do it for a clout. And
What religion?
it's the Tao of Hammer Time.
Ain't
Damn, that's
fucking.
hard.
Ain't no
Yeah.
fucking.
I'm making up my
you
own.
know what? Let's move.
Yeah,
You got it.
I mean,
I
the-
shouldn't ask. I knew better. That's
listen,
why I
I should
stopped.
just write a book. I mean, the Liver King made a bunch of money doing stupid shit.
Facts.
So, and he's a
Bro.
liar. I really did that. I walked across thimble of water, barefoot, easy.
Okay.
The
I
camel.
can't say you.
They put a
hey,
camel with me. The
that sounds
camel.
like something you would
They
do.
put a camel started with me. Turned back. Camel turned back.
Needed
handle it.
water.
Couldn't handle
The
it. Anyway,
camel needed water,
Yeah.
bro. You
Camel
know how
needed water.
crazy that is?
Camel. I had a little
You
thimble
right.
halfway.
Yeah,
halfway-
He had a teardrop of water
that was it.
for himself. And the camel said, okay, I can't do
And
this, John.
halfway across, the camel was like, "Can I get a drink of that thimble?" I was like, "No fucking way, camel."
Said, all right, I'm out.
Anyway, turned around.
Didn't even notice he was halfway
Didn't
through.
even notice. Didn't
Like,
even notice.
what would have been the difference of finishing out?
Yeah.
It's like that SpongeBob episode where they had to deliver the pizza.
Crab pizza.
Krusty
That's-
Krab pizza.
That is
Yeah. So, anyways, you got to do back to 75 hard. If like,
Yeah.
don't complain to me about any of that shit.
facts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man, 75 hard is something. But it definitely changes like everything you do like after.
How is it? Okay, how has it affected you in your life after?
It just made me understand that one, I didn't fucking eat enough. Two, I didn't drink enough water. And you can push your body a lot harder than
And
we do.
has it changed your behavior?
Yeah, I fucking got like a meal plan service now. So like
Yeah.
now I just like I have like meal preps and shit that I pay for.
Oh, gotcha,
So I
gotcha.
don't really have to
So it
cook.
comes in the mail.
Well, I have like a guy that brings it to the gym.
Gotcha,
Um,
gotcha.
Shout out Winter's Plan.
Yeah.
But fucking pretty much like it just changed my habits.
Gotcha.
Like I understood that I needed better habits. So now I'm eating like the right amount of calories. I'm drinking much more water. I understand like working out like fucking 75 days in a row is not a bad thing, you know?
yeah.
And you really need that improvement and that self like you need to push yourself harder than you ever like thought you could be pushed. And
Yeah.
sometimes like the basic shit every day does that.
Yeah.
I went on vacation to Florida, couldn't do shit, couldn't drink no alcohol, couldn't like eat at certain restaurants.
Yeah.
Fucking it was wild, bro. And I failed the day I got back.
Oh, yeah.
Like got off the plane, fell asleep without taking the progress picture.
Oh,
Bro, it was wild. Yeah, it was wild.
Wow.
But yeah, 75 hard will definitely make you change your life for sure.
be sad a little bit.
Bro, it was crazy. I got off the plane, got home, stayed up till 2 a.m. doing my last 45-minute workout because like I had to do it indoor. So I did like a yoga and like I fucking walked upstairs, went to sleep after, didn't take the progress picture. And that shit fucking killed me. But yeah, it'd be like that though. But everything,
Damn.
do like a lot of shit for self-improvement. Like push yourself. That 75 hard shit really works.
And you know the thing about doing the maximum is awesome, but you every day at least have to do the minimum. I tell people that all the time.
Mhm.
At least do the minimum. If you have people don't understand, the power of doing 25 push-ups a day. If you just did that,
Mhm.
no matter what, no matter when, you have that in your routine that I at least do that every day. And it's somehow very difficult for people to even accomplish that. So, but taking your physical fitness seriously is part of the Tao of Hammer Time. And so whatever. I mean, if you can't take care of your physical fitness, then you can't have the mental fitness or the emotional fitness to make it through anything.
No.
Very true.
And you definitely can't have the ability to fight. So you got to get that done, and you got to get on it because you got to put those skills to the test, Ronnie J, for the world to see.
Absolutely.
Don't be like me and hide your talents from the world. And you're, I mean, I mean,
There's got to be video of some.
I was too fast for the cameras back then. They couldn't catch up, so it was hard for them to get any kind of.
That would have to make you way older than I think you are.
Nobody even knows. I just am.
You know what? I'm gonna leave that alone.
Yeah,
Bro,
that's
how
none of
old
my
is Roy
business.
Jones Jr.?
Roy Jones Jr.'s got to be 56.
Oh God!
He's fighting Anthony Pettis.
Oh, why?
Game bred boxing.
Why?
What ounce gloves do you think they're in?
Bro, it's not
10?
good for his brain, no matter what ounce it is.
I don't think he's gonna hit that hard, but Pettis. Come on, what are you talking about, dude?
He gonna fuck Pettis up,
He's
but
gonna be like,
he is gonna beat Pettis up, but like,
I don't
why
know.
is this?
Listen,
They're not in the
that's
same weight
this is
class.
April 1st, if I'm not
This-
mistaken.
They're not in the same weight
because
class.
you know why? They want to get paid. People like money. That's why
know.
people do stuff.
I'm not saying
Roy
like,
Jones Jr. probably likes money. He's probably used to having a fuckload of it. And you know what? Later on in his life, he's having less streams of income. So guess what? They're like, hey, Roy Jones Jr., want to come and box this guy that's 25 pounds, 30 pounds lighter than you, that's never boxed before? Cool, done.
There's no.
It's an
dignity.
exhibition. You get, like, here's 500 grand. Awesome. Easy payday. He's probably not even really training. Would you? I mean, he probably just shows up to the gym, does a couple rounds, loosens up. He's like,
yeah,
fuck
yeah.
it,
You
whatever,
don't
dude.
gotta train for a MMA fighter.
Also, like we talked about before, Roy Jones Jr. knows how to lose a fight without taking damage. If he senses any danger, he's gonna, he's like, he could just,
He know how to box.
yeah, he knows how to like.
That
But
exhibition match
again-
with Mike Tyson was disappointing.
I just don't think it's great fighting. I don't know why he's like, I don't care about either of these guys boxing. I don't know what the fuck the deal is. Like the whole problem with me is this is not entertaining. These guys suck. And both of them are done.
Yo, you can't. Okay,
Come
at no
on.
stage in life can you say Roy Jones Jr. sucks.
To watch box, yes, I can say that. At this stage in his career, he's not fun to watch box. He's old, and it's like it's not good to watch. It's just like the Rolling Stones out there, like getting paraded around like puppets, like 80 years old out there playing their song. Time is not on their side anymore. And Roy Jones Jr.'s best days of entertaining me as a performer are done.
The day Tony Ferguson steps in the boxing ring, this shit's done.
It's done. Tony Ferguson is not, yeah. When do you think he's gonna box?
Probably.
Hey,
Nah,
hey,
probably.
I'm letting y'all know the day Tony Ferguson steps in a boxing ring, all this shit is done. Flat out.
He's going to.
Sports as a whole is over.
It's where all great fighters go to make their retirement and their pension.
Bro, that's gonna be the
You
last
get one big time money fight against a celebrity after you're done. You get paid $500,000 to $1 million, and that's your retirement. It's old fighter retirement
Hey,
fun.
you
Thank
can-
you,
you can
Jake
make a
Paul, and
million
all these
stretch.
people for putting these fights together for these old timers who aren't getting it from the UFC, huh?
Fact.
One last
Yeah.
round, baby. Come and sell yourself out for $1 million.
Dang,
Done
bro.
deal.
See, I don't.
Jose Aldo and Jeremy Stevens.
When are
I'm
they
excited for that one.
When
Yeah.
are they fighting?
April 1st, same card.
Bro,
Not
this
the
is
UFC though,
April
right?
Fool's
And then-
joke.
yeah.
No, in the
Jorge's
game bred
hilarious.
boxing.
Oh, they're gonna box.
This is all
They're
game bred boxing.
they're gonna box.
Yeah, so game bred boxing for event April 1st.
Jeremy Stevens is fighting and
Jose
in
Aldo.
boxing.
in boxing.
Oh, that'd be kind of neat. Watching
I
a couple old UFC guys that suck at striking box.
Vitor
Whoa.
Belfort
Come on.
and
Jose Aldo
Ronaldo
does not suck at
Souza.
striking.
Okay, again, like they're. I don't know. I mean, this is kind of funny because these guys, they're probably pretty good boxers, but they're like all we're doing is like there's legitimate boxers out there being like, what the fuck, man. Undercards that could fuck all these guys up.
And they're,
So Jose
they're only
Aldo-
6 rounds though. So
The funniest thing though
Yeah,
is
it's an
like
exhibition.
is like
ain't it?
there's like these guys who are putting all this. It's again.
these
so
are
it's-
pro bouts, not exhibitions.
Oh shit.
But these guys, listen, these guys are
Someone's
like
getting
there's
fucked up.
tons of guys out there that have put tons of time in specifically just trying to box. And now these part-time boxers are taking money out of their pockets.
That's how
It's funny though, right? Is that a funny kind of twist of fate that these UFC fighters who didn't make any money are like, you know what, I'm gonna go fucking take some money out of these boxers' pockets. Fuck them. I have never boxed before, but I'm making more in my first boxing match than this guy's been boxing his whole life.
That's so like I don't know, bro. That would make me feel
Because of their
weird.
name. I mean, I don't give a fuck. Get your money, like I said.
I
Get paid.
know, but like there better ways to get money. Like maybe I'm being like maybe it's just.
I mean,
like,
ultimately, in the end, these guys, the MMA guys, are fighters, so they're not really out of their wheelhouse to do it. But it's just like one guy that spent his whole life crafting this one's like one ability, and it's just, you know,
that makes me
That like
feel
the
bad.
problem about being like a specialist is like you're put in the
the
specialist
specialist.
category.
Yeah,
So,
So
now,
you can't expand, and that's
yeah,
sad.
no, and not even that. It's just well, like I guess that is right, but
The only person who's really expanded from boxing, from a high level boxing, which wasn't really high level, was Peter Yan.
I'm really just talking about like how like if you're an inner city kid boxer, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
you
yeah.
like you train, you turn 21, like you go pro, like unless you start fighting like fucking knocking everybody the fuck out, you're not gonna be like on these top cards.
No.
And it's kind of wild how these dudes like these MMA fighters, because it's not a specialty sport, like it is a mixed martial art, you're able to go into other things
Yeah, yeah.
and make more money.
Like you can do kickboxing.
and listen,
matches.
you can see how the
Yes.
you can
Damn,
see
boy,
how
do
some
wrestling matches.
wrestling, grappling.
That's so
you
crazy.
have so many more ways of revenue.
Oh
But
man,
you can being a specialist, and you also put in the specialist category. Like you're a boxer. Like what about like how good are you like compared to Floyd? You
I
know, what
know,
I
right?
mean?
And
Like
what's
when you're an MMA fighter, you know, like I do Muay Thai. Like they're like not going to say, oh, what about Boy Cow? You know what I mean?
well, dude, it's like
That'd
that
be
because
hilarious.
remember what happened is when we saw a specialist, Rotang versus DJ.
DJ,
and like DJ is not a specialist; he was a little bit behind, right? But not that far.
Not that far.
he was
But
cracking
he was still like if they were strictly stood on their feet, he loses that fight.
Yes, but
Right? But then
for
once
him
they
to be able to get out of that round,
Yeah,
is crazy.
But once they flipped, it was fucking over.
mm-hmm.
It was like
he even started landing more strikes.
his benefit of Muay Thai, his skill of a Muay Thai wasn't enough to specialize in that to be not as good at the other stuff.
Yeah.
See what I mean? So like he's dedicated all his time to be this amazing fighter, Rotang. But when it comes down to it, it's not that much better than somebody that's not a specialist.
No.
And the guy that's not a specialist is better at this other thing that completely neutralizes the other thing that you do. It's fucking kind of crazy.
Kind of crazy.
But these guys that are moving into from the UFC sphere into other avenues to make money, I totally understand because no matter what, if we're looking at what Dana White and the UFC and the parent corporation that actually runs them is doing, slap fight, it's not a good look.
No,
It's not a good look for them. And
they're like they're going like from like brain
devolving.
damage to like only brain damage.
yeah, and I don't know
They
where
are devolving.
I don't know where the UFC goes. I don't know if the UFC survives in the same way as it always has in the next 10 years. I think there's going to be other opportunities. And like, I think that
one championship.
Well, I think there's also people that deal with the contract issues that UFC fighters have with the UFC and allow them to fight in any fights they want. You're going to see all these guys like Mark Zuckerberg throwing these fight events, one-off fight events where you're going to see super fights.
That'd be nice.
It's going to happen. They're going to pay. You're going to get paid like these. Imagine these cards that are put together with fighters from all around the world, where they're like, like every guy knows they're getting $5 million in the fight.
Yeah,
and the whole world's watching this one fight.
Go nuts.
And it's all about like all these belts are funny, but ultimately it's all about money, right? And like these guys could say they want to be UFC champion and all this shit, but like if, for instance, Francis Ngannou gets offered more money, of course you're like, come on, dude, that belt is it's not where the belt's not worth it.
Yeah,
that's why I feel like people who like say he made the wrong choice, like I don't think they get
He can always come back to the UFC. They're not going to say no to Francis Ngannou. They're not going to shut the door on Francis Ngannou. He holds the cards in that. He
does. He can go make as much money as he wants
outside of it.
Dana White said he would,
and
still have a title fight.
Totally, because
first shot.
You can fight in your 40s as a heavyweight in UFC, and in
That's
fact, he'll
crazy.
probably come back
everywhere.
He'll probably come back and be even fucking nastier. So, hats off to him. Go make a bag, come back, and then just beat up people in the heavyweight division. And even if he wants to do it, because fighting UFC is fucking hard. It's fucking hard for those guys, and it's brutal. And so, if Francis can get a boxing match and make $30 million in it and be done, I don't think he ever fights again. Bro, he probably becomes some kind of, organizer and trying to get all the fighters together to get some kind of, union or some kind of fighters league.
Like Mark
Mhm.
Hunt, if he was
I think
successful.
there should be there should be a fighters league that they all form, and then they can contract themselves out to fight in these promotions,
That would like,
like
but
a
then
huge fighters
you
league.
need like you'd have to trust all of
There's be presidents and
Yeah.
then like, leaders.
motherfuckers not trusting them.
NFL has it though.
Facts.
NFL, NBA has it. Baseball has it.
I think it depends on when it was like created, like because those things were created like where it was like person to person, you know what I mean? Like maybe in the fucking 1900s or 1800s or whatever the fuck baseball started. Like
No,
maybe
well,
before that.
I can break this down to you real simply about how this
Bet.
helps. How it's going to help the players, because if you look at the NFL, if you're an NFL player prior to free agency, right?
Yes.
And pray like the power of the union and how they collectively bargain for that right
Yes.
to have free agency. When you got drafted by a team, you're on that team for life. So if you got picked by the Eagles in 1973, you're on the Eagles till they either fucking traded you or you got hurt.
Damn.
There was no like, hey, my contract's up. You got to keep on playing for that same team indefinitely, unless you retired for a year and then you can come back, which some players did, like John Riggins, this running back for the Redskins. Anyway, so then like 1992, the free agency things happened. This is all because the union was able to be like, you know what, the owners have way too much power. In the UFC, the owners have way too much power.
Exactly.
So they could probably do for some kind of group think that would get them all together, but it's hard.
I know what you mean.
I
just don't believe they will do that.
Well, it's hard to organize people because a lot of people think to themselves, well, Connor did it by himself. I don't need anybody. I just got to win. Just win, baby. But there's a lot of factors that play into how much money you make in the UFC. Just like Sean O'Malley signed his contract this last week, and he said he's very happy with the number. Now, Sean O'Malley has played it really smart. He's he's a good business person.
Yes.
And he thinks if he goes out and starts as a guy in 2 or 3 fights, he said he's going to renegotiate that contract. He thinks that's possible. He shot for pay-per-view points. He talked a little bit about what he went for, and they laughed at him. They're like, "No, you're not in pay-per-view points. You're not champion. All this different shit." But at least ask for it, and the worst they can say is no. So, you have to. So for him, he's like, "I don't want to. Why would I want a fighters union? I'm fucking set. I'm a millionaire now. I don't need it."
Yeah.
So those guys are always going to be resistant to it. There's company men in UFC like, I love the UFC. I'll fight for the UFC anytime. Pay me whatever.
Chandler.
There's a bunch of guys
Sean
like that.
Strickland.
A lot of guys like that. Holland, Kevin Holland's like that.
Yeah. Oh my God.
And there's guys who the guys at the top of the food chain, aside from
great to me.
aside from Francis Ngannou, are just like, we don't need no fucking union. Fuck that. I made this by myself. This is like win and you'll be taken care of. So there's going to be resistance from the fighters themselves, honestly, to buy into a collective thing as well. So I don't know what the answer is, but I know that Francis Ngannou is the kind of guy who would probably want to come back and try and do that because he's all about the rights of the fighters. And so who knows what the future holds for him, but good luck.
Fact.
Good luck.
So there's a fucking lot going on in the Muay Thai world. So there's been a few big announcements. John Haggerty is fighting Nango. He used to be named Nango Gayangadao. Now he is Nango Hama. Must have changed gyms.
You got married.
Or got married.
Yeah. Oh, see,
I don't know.
So fucking gullible.
That's all right. So
Because
anyway,
he does have a wife. Like he posts her all the time.
What are you gonna say? That
I was, bro, but that's crazy if he changed gyms because that's been his gym for like more than 20 years now.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited for this fight. Fuck, man, John Haggerty hasn't been dealt the best cards. I mean, I guess he has.
He's had a couple wins.
He just tends to lose, when
The
it comes to the
important
belt. And this is a world title fight.
He's like the Muay Thai Donald Cerrone.
Oh,
Wasn't Donald Cerrone in Muay Thai?
He actually was more successful in Muay Thai than he was.
So
in
he's
MMA.
like the Donald Cerrone 2 of Muay Thai.
That's worse. Damn.
No,
Well, I mean,
it
Donald
sucks,
Cerrone's good at
though.
Muay Thai.
At least he did get the belt. He did win the belt once. He did win the belt. So at least that's
yeah,
pretty
nah,
cool.
yeah, that's a 1-up.
Where's he from?
He's from the UK.
Thought so.
Superlek is fighting Rod Tang as well.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, bro. There's a lot fucking.
That's on Friday?
happening. Not this weekend. Not this weekend.
Gotcha.
But this weekend there's actually tomorrow morning there's a card, a one championship card in Lupini. So that'd be like 7 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow. Yeah, and those cards are like, you know how long fight cards are, so there'll be good fights on for at least like 4 or 5 hours. Tywin Chai is trying to fight. He's coming back and fighting in Lumpini Stadium as well. Yeah, just giving you an update on some of these Muay Thai fights.
I gotta say it again. Whenever I watch one fights, they mic up their ring different. It sounds louder and more violent.
Bro,
It sounds it sounds nastier. I think they mic it up different.
I think no,
They like
I think it's 'cause,
maybe-
like,
They have to listen. Listen. There's production with all these things, right? They
Yeah.
definitely have like
mics and stuff.
Yeah, they got mics and shit. They want that shit to be heard. So, but their sounds more.
because people
nasty.
listen. People
Yeah,
like wait and listen.
fucking, they probably mixed it. They probably like cut the highs and lows
Totally.
out.
Yeah, there's sound engineers
I
running.
mean,
those
they
things,
do
man.
have DJs there a lot.
They
But
do.
no, listen, in the truck, in the production, like there's massive amounts of people that run these shows, and there's a guy back there that's a sound engineer that's making sure all the sound for everything sounds good, right? Like a mixer of the
Yeah.
voices. That dude is in charge of all that shit, and whatever mic brand they're using and how they do it, it just sounds nastier than UFC. That's all.
Definitely, and I think everybody hits harder as well. So, well, like they're like true strikers.
It just sounds crazy. I don't know what it is.
Even
like, but
the
in the-
MMA fighters.
Yeah, I know, but like with MMA, like there's just they don't hit the same. It's not as
Even
as
their
technical.
Even the camera looks different too.
The
Like,
camera does look
it
different.
looks
like clear.
looks
It's more
clear. Yeah.
dynamic.
The UFC scene looks cheaper, like more like kind of like a 1990s aesthetic to it or something. I don't know. It's very strange.
You know, Danny, he
Well,
like that nostalgic.
Dana's not cool.
Nah.
Like he's not a cool guy. Like he doesn't like cool stuff. He's corny. His whole fucking Friday show's dumb as shit. His food is always disgusting.
Fucking Fridays.
Like that guy eats like shit. I guarantee it. His diet's crap.
Well,
He
let's
had
move
to change
into
his diet because remember his doctor told him
Whatever,
he was
dude.
dying in 10 years.
Whatever.
So I want to move into the UFC card this weekend, 284.
A lot of shit going on here, and
Bro, Vulcan fucking Islam is insane.
this is one that I have mixed feelings about because I think that in my heart, in my mind, my logical brain says Islam is going to easily win this fight. But my heart tells me I want Volkanovski to win. I don't know why that guy has completely grown on me as a fighter and somebody I really think is one of the best fighters we've ever seen in the UFC. He's got 22 fights in a row he's won.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And he's done it at multiple weight classes. You know, he started in a different sport. He's not a big guy, not a tall guy, but he's a big guy. People don't understand that he's not a tall guy. He's big, though. He's like a big dude.
Yeah.
And he's going to come in there probably about 10 pounds less than Islam, my guess is, and about 4 inches shorter. So, and I don't think that's a disadvantage to him, honestly, in this
neither.
situation. I think
It could help. It really could. I think people are underestimating. Well,
I
think
could
he's
see
gonna
this going
win.
very poorly for Volkanovski and him getting ragdolled like a little baby, though.
Yeah, me
I
too.
could see it, and I
But,
don't
like,
want to see that, though. That's all I'm
Yeah.
saying. I
I
want to
wanna
see
a
I want to see a
fight.
fucking bang out battle fight. I wouldn't mind this one going 5. You know, I want to see I want to see where these guys can go and watch great martial artists duke it out and have to go through different peaks and valleys.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I feel that.
You know, like a real epic adventure. I'm going to go with these guys.
like it's always so much domination.
Yeah, I want to see an epic adventure, you know, of where both guys get tested at some point, and you're like, okay, now we know.
Adesanya Gastelum.
Yeah, now we know, like a good dog fight, and you know,
I feel
because
it.
we didn't get that when Charles fought Islam,
Nah.
and we haven't
That's
seen
what
Volk. We
it
haven't
should've
listen. We haven't seen
been.
anybody come close to touching Volk for a long time.
Mm-mm.
He's been like, even the fights with Holloway. I went back and watched them. Could have gone to Max a little bit, but Volkanovski, the last fight they had, he beat the shit out of him.
He embarrassed Max
Beat
Holloway.
the shit out of him.
He
He
did
beat
it,
him up.
bro.
He's fast as fuck.
Max was tough in that fight.
Max is tough and skilled
Matt
and
showed his toughness.
and he was one of the greatest featherweight of all time for a while. That him and Aldo were the cream of the crop, and I don't think either of those guys beats Volkanovski in their prime.
Cream of the crop.
Volkanovski is in his and this is it. Volkanovski said it, and Islam both said it. They both admitted they're both in their prime. They both have said this. This is it. The pound for pound number 1 and number 2. And weight class is really, this is where weight, like it's for the lightweight belt. This is really what, this is a super fight of two guys around the same size that they decided to agree at 155 is where they're going to meet.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the stars are aligning for this one where they're both going to make it to the fight camp healthy. If you've been watching Embedded, they're both there. They're both seem like they're in good shape. Volk didn't have to go anywhere. So they're out there touring around on Embedded, holding wombats and shit.
Why everybody at the same zoo?
Well, they want to see that damn wombat, man. You seen that thing?
It's fucking huge.
That thing is huge. It's like a giant, like guinea pig with a pouch. I was like, I want to go hold that
I want to
wombat.
fight animals.
Yeah, I've done it. Not as cool as you think. So anyway,
a few things that I really like. Volk is shorter, but he has longer reach.
he's got longer reach. And he's a good fighter. I don't think it's going to come down to skills. The size, I don't think is going to be as much of a factor as just can Volkanovski wrestle.
Yeah.
He can strike.
He's putting Australian wrestling on the
hands.
line.
It's even. On quickness, it's even. On we know Volkanovski's got a lot of heart. I don't know what kind of heart Islam's got. I haven't seen it tested. Volkanovski
gonna test him.
Volkanovski was in T-City's T-City, and he got out of that shit. That's his nickname, T-City. He's known for the triangle. He got out of that shit.
That shit was
and he got out of a mounted guillotine.
That shit was crazy.
Gurgling sound, making sounds under the lights. Can you imagine? Middle of the octagon, too. Middle of the octagon. That was it. Wrapped up like Brian Ortega, featherweight champion, shuts down the win streak. Nope. Volkanovski got out of that shit.
Yeah.
And then pummeled him. Proceeded to turn his face to a catcher's mitt.
Bro. He
looked horrible after that fight. It was a sick fight, but in the end, Volkanovski beat the shit out of Brian Ortega. He had him in a couple of I don't know. I can't. Brian Ortega might want to change your name. How are you going to have him in the championship fight in your move and you can't that's like a WWE situation where like Hulk Hogan gives the big leg or whatever the finishing move is and the guy gets out of it. Like who John Cena? What's his finishing move? You guys remember that? Who's your favorite wrestler?
I don't like him, but Rey Mysterio 619.
His 619 is move,
Bro,
right?
Absolutely.
He's 6'9" somebody and the guy gets out of it.
Yeah, that'd be whack.
That's what fucking happened with
They flip
T-City.
over the ropes or some shit.
Yeah, or they move and he has to like do the 360 through it.
You see what I mean? That's like if he did that and all of a sudden
you like,
John Cena gets out of it and you're like, fuck John Cena.
Yeah,
that's what it'd be like.
So
that's what T-City had. He had him wrapped up, signed, sealed, delivered, and he couldn't finish. Like what?
Bro, I didn't watch the Royal Rumble. I have to rewatch it.
Damn.
I heard Logan Paul was going stupid, and I'm not gonna lie, he one of my new favorite wrestlers.
The only Royal Rumble you must watch is 1992. That's the only Royal Rumble to watch. I'm just telling you guys right now. That's the debut of Ric Flair in the WWE, WWF.
Ric Flair.
He's the greatest wrestler of all time. The hands down.
I appreciate
the greatest wrestler.
Ric Flair.
There's nobody else like him. There's never gonna be another Nature Boy.
He was special.
The best shit talker. He lived the life. He wasn't even a character. He literally was Ric Flair all the time. All those things he said in the interviews, he was just doing. So it wasn't like he turned off. That guy was on 24/7. Anyway, so I'll send you, if you guys want all the listeners out there, it's on YouTube. It's the greatest Royal Rumble of all time. Flair enters third, and that's all I got to tell you. Watch the master work. Anyway, so Logan Paul won the Royal Rumble?
Nah, he didn't win.
Thank goodness.
But he's been doing pretty good. I've watched a few of his matches. Bro, like he really reminds me of, I don't know if you know like any like early 2000s pro wrestling, but like kind of like Shawn Michaels, kind of maybe like RVD. Like he's a tall high flyer. He's athletic. Flyer. Yeah.
That's how he messes
he's
me
skillful.
up.
He's skillful too.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I just wanted to add that in because
No. I think. Listen, man. I. If it wasn't for my falling out with Vince, who was my boy back in the day, I would have probably been the champion of the world in WWE. He was priming me for a situation, but we had a little falling out.
Damn.
Anyway, so it would have been.
sucks.
Was that before or after he faked his death?
It's before. Yeah. So it doesn't. It's
You
all.
remember that? He got into the car and
Yeah.
it blew up. That
Yeah.
shit was crazy.
Yeah. Anyway, so Vince, I'm still willing to come back if you're still in charge over there. But wait a second, he's not, is he?
I think it's his son, ain't it?
I
He's
think
always-
it's his daughter.
He's always in charge until he's dead. Guy's one of the smartest dudes of all time, though. Anyway, so back to the card 284 coming up.
yeah,
It's like-
284. I'm liking a lot of
Well,
fights on this.
Listen, both you
What's up?
guys, from the bottom of your heart, who do you think wins that fight?
Fuck. I
It's
don't
hard.
want to say Islam.
Are you feeling the
man.
same way as me?
Yeah.
Just go with my heart. I'm gonna say Volk.
And that's what I mean, though. It's like if somebody's like, here's like your life's fortune, you had to bet on one guy.
Oh, then Islam. But like,
See,
I'm not doing that. So like,
Yeah.
I'm
you
I'ma
want,
go
but
with
you
my
want
heart.
Volk to win.
gonna put my.
I want
passion-
Volk to win. I think Islam wins. I want Volk.
It's
to win.
like
That's
I'm
where
gonna
I'm
give
at.
him my energy. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna send him all my knowledge.
Yeah. Well, we'll be ringside, so we'll get to see it up close and personal.
I'm gonna
A
be
few other
shouting.
fights that I want to see on this card. Yair Rodriguez, Josh Emmett. That's the code.
that is going to be
and it's
awesome.
an interim
It's
title.
for the featherweight.
Yeah.
Yeah, because what if Volk wins the lightweight? I don't think he goes back to featherweight.
Nope.
Yeah,
He probably goes up to welterweight.
that's
Mhm.
why Yair's gonna mess up Josh Emmett's face.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Oh.
I think so,
You ain't been watching Embedded.
bro.
Yeah.
Not the latest episode.
Although I
What
will
happened?
say,
What
I
happened?
will say, Pantera used to look like a guy I could beat up because he had a nice guy face. He looks less nice now. He looks like a weathered fighter, like years of
He
getting.
look like he'll stab you.
Like his face looks like beat, like he's taking some damage. He had his
Yeah.
fucking face beaten by Frankie Edgar that one time. Frankie
I
Edgar
think-
beat the fuck out of
I
him.
think Yair's gonna mess him up.
No,
I
I think
flying knee
I
to the
think
temple.
I think Yair is much more of a fighter now than he ever was. I think he was a really good martial artist when he came in, but now he's a fighter. He's lost a few. And
Crazy.
he's taken some shit. He's been in some wars. The one he had with Korean Zombie, where he did that fucking
Spinning elbow.
like he's talented guy and very creative. I just think Emmett is the perfect kryptonite for a guy like him.
Yep.
Emmett is a
Bro,
Mm.
Emmett is lightning fast.
really
bro.
fast.
He-
and he's
he
very
has really fast hands.
He's one of those guys that has no distractions. Like his whole life is pretty much like he's got a ride or die chick that has been his
Yeah.
girlfriend since high school.
Sheesh.
So she's like all supportive of this dream together. So he's not like, it's not like, you like there's no, all that guy's got is fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He brought his mom, he brought his kids. He's like, he's trying to become, and I think Yair's almost in the same boat, to be honest with you. But
Bro, Josh Emmett is 37.
this is it for him. If he doesn't win this one, he's done. He's got to win this
Dang,
fight.
bro, I guess he's done because spinning wheel kick to the face.
He got
Bro,
dynamite.
he ain't lost since 2018.
He's got
Hey,
dynamite.
well-
Jeremy Stevens.
It's 2023.
Did he get knocked out
Things
by? He got
change.
knocked out by Jeremy Stevens too. I remember that fight. But he,
yeah.
dude, he's got fucking
Let's see
dynamite in
about
his
to
fucking
repeat
hands,
it, so
dude.
spinning
Yeah.
heel kick to the
Like he
temple.
hits. Listen. I think this fight goes like this. I think that Yair wins in total strikes. If he wins, if it goes the distance, Yair wins. But if Emmett cracks him, he's fucked.
I
He's
disagree.
fucked.
It's
I
the
think
truth.
if-
That's what Emmett does to
No,
everybody.
I'm
yeah.
saying like if it goes distance, I think Emmett wins. If it goes the
nah.
distance,
I think
Oh, I don't even think
it's 5
it's
rounds.
5.
Yeah, then Yair wins in 5. If it goes the distance, I think Emmett will gas out towards the end. I think Emmett's got to get him by the third.
He's looking kind. I've been watching a little bit of Embedded, but he's looking kind of lean. He's looking like
That
he can
boy
go.
looking good.
He looks
man.
good. I do trust Yair's heart though. He's got heart, and that's what we like. I used to.
I don't know if Yair. I don't think I have Yair winning in any scenario.
I do.
Okay,
bro.
I- yeah.
do. I think he beats him.
I know
Uh,
he's technically good and he's tall, man. He's like really, and he's really fucking freakish. He's still young too. He's 30. Josh Emmett's 37. But the way
Temple.
Josh Emmett throw them
He
hands,
looks crazy, right?
and
dude, I said this-
Yair gets hit.
I'm not impressed by hand speed very much, but that I think I saw the clip you're talking about. And I was like, that is fast.
It's different.
Yeah, when he was, are you talking about the pool noodles?
Well,
Maybe.
no, I saw him doing like
Possibly,
I
yes.
saw him like just throwing his hands. Like he did a quick like combination. I was
Yeah.
like, that's. I think he was hitting some hand pads.
Yeah, mitts or
Mitts.
something like
And
that.
I watched it,
but I do know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
and I was like, dude, that is. And it wasn't just that it was fast; it was powerful.
It
and
has
fast.
so much power, and I mean, look,
I know exactly the situation that when you're talking about. I thought to myself, who would want that?
yeah, and then I think about how Yair gets hit.
Yeah, he does.
You know, like, are you able to get hit over 5 rounds with that by that much speed and power?
And Emmett can grapple if he has to. He can grapple if he has to a little bit more than Yair, but I don't think it's going to come to that.
I think Josh Emmett gonna slip a jab cross. You know,
Emmett
Yair
looks like that
might
character
throw.
from the X-Men, the Juggernaut, but
front kick to the temple.
he looks like a little fucking battering ram.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of knees up the middle from Yair though.
Yep, absolutely.
Well, Emmett's hittable as well, so I hope it's an exciting fight. And we get to see both of them kind of show what they're good at before one puts the other one away.
I want to see a
Yeah.
spinning back kick in the UFC.
Spinning back kick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if I was
feel like
there,
I could land one of
yeah.
those.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah.
All right.
I hate the spinning back kick. I never did no fucking what's that shit called. So
I
that
will
shit sucks.
say that they are kind of overrated, but they're not fun to get. If somebody gets hit by one, it's not fun for them. Those things hurt.
Yeah,
There's a lot of. It's like a not quite as powerful as a donkey kick.
My spin, like I land my spinning back kick. pretty
Donkey kick or
consistently.
double donkey kick is the all-time most powerful, but
double is wild.
double donkey kick. But it's one of those things that only we can show. I mean, it's one that we can only do. Not a lot of people can pull it off.
It's the core fundamentals.
So what? Anything else interesting on that card?
Yeah, Jack Della is fighting Randy Brown.
That's gonna be such a good.
Oh
fight.
yeah, they've been gassing up Randy Brown a lot in that embedded. I just like,
They
well, I'm
have.
not sure he was, but he's getting a little shine on him as well, isn't he?
I think
has,
good.
yeah,
He's
he
been,
deserves it, man.
Yeah, he's been in there for a while, ain't
What,
Yeah, he's
is
been
he-
in the UFC since 2016.
Is that is that a middleweight?
Welter.
Welterweight. He's a
yeah.
what is he ranked or he's just coming up? Because what's the scenario with both these guys? Why are they getting so much? Why are they getting prime time?
Well, it's an Australian card and Jack Della. He's
He's not
popular.
Randy Brown. Neither of them are ranked.
Okay,
yeah.
but the records on those guys?
Oh, bro, the records are really fucking good.
Good.
So Jack Della is 13-2, and Randy Brown is like 16-4.
Any notable wins?
Notable wins. Randy Brown beat Chaos Williams.
Okay,
yeah.
did he stop
Jared
him?
Gooden, yeah, stopped him.
Okay,
Oh, actually, I just didn't lie.
decision.
But he's hasn't lost a fight since 2020. He lost to Vicente Luque.
Did he get beat up by Vicente Luque? Is it a decision or a
He
KO?
got KO.
Okay, well, we'll see Randy Brown.
Yeah.
If Randy Brown
Well, he-
upped his game.
Yeah, I like Randy Brown, but Jack Della,
I like him too.
yeah, I like Jack Della as well. But he doesn't have that many fights. All of his fights are from like this year, or late last year.
Okay, so both these guys on the
he's
come
got
up.
He's
Well,
3-0, 3 KOs
3
in the
KOs.
UFC. In the UFC,
All right, 3 KOs.
3-0,
All right.
3 KOs.
Okay, I like guys like
Yeah,
that. Those are the
Jack
kind of
Della's
guys that
been
get
wildin'.
deck. Those are the kind of guys
Oh,
that get Mace's attention.
So nasty. Watch his regional fights. Oh my goodness.
Good to know.
The things he does to people, he slaughters people. Like, it's
All right. Okay. All right.
Jimmy Crute, Alonzo Minifield.
That's
Now
gonna be
that's
good one.
that's somebody's not gonna let like survive that.
Nah, that's opening the main card as well.
Someone's gonna go to bed.
yeah.
Jimmy Crute is young. I know we talked about this.
Yeah,
before,
yeah.
but
He's young.
He got-
He-
he got- he was
26.
like 23 or 22.
he's had a couple bad losses. He's had a couple good wins.
Yeah.
I know he's getting knocked out by a few different people.
Trains with Sam Greco.
Jimmy Crute. He's at 205.
Yes. Oh, he got KO'd by Anthony Smith, but that's his only KO. He got subbed.
Oh yeah. Anthony
I thought
Smith.
he got knocked out by Jamal Hill.
Jimmy Crute.
Yeah.
I thought. Yeah.
I
I thought
don't. Well, it's not showing up,
so.
but
No.
They're not
It
giving
must have
him
been
his
Anthony
credit.
Smith you're thinking about because I seen him get flatlined by Anthony Smith. I think.
Huh.
yeah, that's his only.
All right. Well, Jimmy
loss.
Crute. Yes. Hopefully. And the Minifield's had a few. Minifield's a guy that's super jacked, right?
Yeah, with the mohawk.
I don't like Mohawks. I don't know. When guys have Mohawks, I want them to lose. Mohawks, and if they color the hair, especially red, fuck them.
His last loss was
Dan
to
Hardy.
William Knight.
I don't know about that. I don't like.
He lost the who? The dude I be joking about as the best 205er.
Yeah, he lost to William Knight, but that's like his only loss in
That's
the while.
crazy.
I mean, he lost to Ovin St. Preux in 2020.
That's understandable loss.
I guess.
But William Knight,
Yeah, William Knight is wild, but he lost to indecision though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who y'all got? Jimmy Crute or Alonzo Minifield?
I'm gonna go with
boy,
Alonzo.
oh boy.
Alonzo.
I don't know. I mean, if I stood them next to each other and had told 99 people to pick the winner, they pick Minifield just on his physique.
Yeah,
They look
I'm
at Crute,
picking
they'd be like, that
Minifield.
guy's a fighter. Crute looks like he fucking bass fishes.
I think I got Crute only because if you can lose to William Knight in decision,
Yeah.
that gives me troubles.
Crute's a good fighter. I'm gonna go with I kind of want Crute to win. How about that? Let's go with Crute.
I'm gonna go with Minifield. I'm gonna play devil's advocate.
Well, it's not really. I mean, like you said, it could go either way.
Yeah.
You get like
Bro, Justin Taffa and Parker Porter
Yo.
heavyweight bout.
heavyweights, huh?
Yeah.
Justin
gonna be a
Taffa's
banger.
good.
You know,
He's-
thinking about drinking milkshakes for about 2 months straight and then get a heavyweight fight. Just get in there and see what I can do against a heavyweight.
The crazy thing about Justin Taffa, he started off 0-2 in the UFC and then had like a KO.
Yeah, no, he's good. He took some time off.
Who beat him though? Anybody
I'm
good?
pretty sure it was
He lost to Jared Vandera and then Carlos Felipe.
yeah. It was
You
like
can't be
two-
losing to guys like that.
It was no names, but like then
You
he like
can't be losing to those guys.
he understood that. Then he changed fight camps because his younger brother.
Okay, what? So now he's 1-2 in the UFC.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, that's
Who's he fighting?
That's development.
Who's he
He's
fighting?
Parker Porter.
What's Parker Porter's story?
Hey, they put him up against Samoans a lot and Australians in general. Like I don't know what that's about. Like
There's no shortage of small Samoans. That's why.
He's 1-1 in
They're
the
not
UFC.
joking.
Won by decision, lost by sub. So that's maybe gonna be like just one, like a little pick 'em.
That's gonna be a knockout. Someone's not gonna go home from
It's
that one
gonna-
anyway.
Justin
You're gonna
Taffa
see a
is
couple
gonna
guys that
KO.
are going.
They both fighting for their spot.
That's right.
Justin Taffa's here to stay. That's all
I
I got to
believe
say.
it.
You're a big fan of Justin Taffa, huh?
I like his younger brother Junior who fights in Glory.
That's a weird way of liking somebody. You like his brother,
Hey.
so you like the other guy that sucks.
I mean, he made it to the UFC, so how bad can he really suck?
All right, the
No.
only other fight
CM Punk fought
I'm
in the UFC,
excited
dude.
for here is on the early prelims, and it's Loma Lukbumi and Elise Reed.
Loma.
Women's
Let's
strawweight
go,
bout.
Loma.
Yeah, Loma Lukbumi. She trains at Bang Tao.
Yeah.
With what's his name? Volkanovski.
Yep.
I didn't know that Volkanovski was a part owner.
Yeah.
He's a part owner of Bang Tao.
He's
Bang Tao.
yeah, with the Hickman brothers.
Yeah, the Hickman brothers. They used to train. They used to coach at Tiger Muay Thai. and
Yeah,
they left.
yeah.
The Hickman brothers wrestled out of North Carolina.
Oh, bet.
Yeah.
Local Southerners.
That's
Yeehaw.
crazy.
So you know what I really want to see more knockouts in the females. There's not enough chicks going
Bro.
full Medusa, just like
Loma can crack though. She might.
You
do
hardly
it.
ever see the women go like stiffy
Okay,
like that.
I wanna test the mics on the UFC this weekend. I want to watch that Loma Lukbumi Elise Reed card, and I want to hear the striking.
Test the mics. That's what I'm saying. Test
I
these
wanna hear
mics.
the
I want to hear what this
striking.
sounds like because it never sounds good. And this is going to be a pay per view, so it's going to be a crowd. But it's still, the early prelims you can hear the strikes. They're just not as loud. The ones in like one championship, it sounds like an action film.
Yeah.
It's
The
awesome.
production crazy.
They're probably adding him in there.
I do think they do that though, for real.
Yeah, I think Hamzat would be a good actor.
As long as he doesn't say anything, he just is like stands there and like looks
Yeah,
Like a henchman.
He could be
like a James Bond guy,
He'll
like
be
a
in the
silent
next John
killer.
Wick movie.
Yeah,
That's hard. I would watch it.
yeah, he could do that. But
Bores.
yeah, if the boars,
He's
So
moving,
he's-
he's moving to middleweight.
that's probably a good move for him, honestly.
He's been calling out. Well, not calling out, but he's been talking about fighting Robert Whitaker.
I think they're going to agree to that, and I think it's probably going to happen. And I think that'll be a good fight. And I think Hamzat's going to lose.
Yeah, me too. Okay, I was
Robert
waiting.
Whitaker's a
I was
motherfucker.
waiting.
I'd like because the longer Robert Whitaker doesn't fight, the better he gets. I think right now
He just keeps getting.
he hasn't fought for a
better.
while, and I think he's just like he's gonna come back and just
He don't like getting hit hard.
yeah, but he fucking is a monster, dude.
I feel you.
He's a monster.
I
That
mean-
guy. Don't get away from aside from the fact he's like the nicest dude who plays video games. with
No,
his dad.
I don't.
That
give,
dude is
I
a
don't give fuck about
motherfucker.
him in his home.
Yeah,
I'm just talking. I mean, I just don't know.
he's a motherfucker, dude. He's only been beat up by Israel Adesanya
I don't
and
think Boris
Wonder Boy beat
can hit
up.
him hard though. Like he's really evasive.
I don't
like,
think he's a better striker than Hamzat. That's all I'm saying. He might like Hamzat probably beats him in wrestling. That's pretty much where he gets him. But if they stand and bang, like
But he's going up against the best counter wrestler in the UFC.
I'm
sorry.
I think that Hamzat's a way better wrestler than
Anybody in the
Yeah,
middleweight
come on.
division. That's true, but like
Come
I
on.
still think
But
Robert
I think
Whittaker-
like as far as striking goes, Robert Whitaker is not a terrific striker by any stretch of the imagination, but he's got a good formula that just works. He knows how to do it. The only person that beat him up was Israel. Israel beat him up bad,
Bad.
but Israel beat up everybody bad.
True.
So there's that. And so, Robert Whitaker, you put him against dude, Robert Whitaker fucking fought Yoel twice. That's all I'm saying.
exactly.
That dude is a motherfucker.
He's bro. Bobby Knuckles.
He's a tough dude, and like
Bobby
I would never ever in my life bet against Robert Whitaker in a fight. I'm saying like Boris can beat him and definitely can win, but I don't think it wouldn't surprise me if Bobby beat him up pretty badly.
Yeah.
He's just like that. You're like, oh, that guy surprisingly beat the shit out of that guy.
I just want to wrap it up with a few fights I'm looking forward to that are coming up in the next month or
Gotcha.
so. Fucking March 25th is Cheeto Vera, Corey Sanhagen.
violent.
Yeah, violent.
That's two really good fighters at just the right time.
Just the right time. Also that 286 card. Leon Edwards Kamaru, Justin Gaethje, Rafael Fiziev.
That is good. I think Gaethje gets his ass kicked.
it's gonna be me too.
I think
but,
Gaethje's
well,
going to be done. I think
It's
it's
gonna
gonna
be
see.
body,
This is probably his
head.
last fight
probably.
It's gonna be body,
unless he
body.
wins.
I don't. He might be. Who knows what he's going to do? But he's kind of getting long in the tooth too, and he's probably made a bunch of money.
Facts. I think I
Game
seen
bred
his
boxing.
nose was fixed a little bit, so he's pretty much out of there.
Yeah.
But and then also on that card is Marvin Vettori, Roman Dalaze. I'm only excited for the Marvin Vettori because he was trained in Thailand for a
I
little
love
bit.
Vittori. That
Yeah.
guy is another guy that's kind of just like, you know what? You're a fighter, man. Respect.
Yeah.
March 11th, Peter Yan and Marab Davishvili.
That's going to be wild.
Yep.
That's going to be wild. That's going to be really important because Aljo's saying if he fucking wins his next fight, he's going to go up to 45 and do that whole trip and let Marab become the 35-pound champion. I don't think that Aljo goes to 45 and does shit though.
Nah.
I think it's going to be
dominates.
No, I think he'll be fine. He'll be top 5, but it's going to be a little more difficult, especially. Well,
With
you know,
the-
if Homeboy fucking leaves, but if you fight Emmett versus Aljo gets your back. That's his deal. That's it.
For sure.
So,
yeah.
any other fights come up or anything?
Ooh, March 4th. So I kind of went from like late March coming back
Oh
down.
yes, March.
John
4th.
Jones, Cyril Gahn, Valentina Shevchenko, Alexa Grasso, and Jeff Neal and Shavkat Romanov. And then Bo Nickel makes his debut against Jamie
Bro.
Pickett.
Boy, I hope he doesn't get. I hope he doesn't get starched. So, but the I saw you do something with the Alexa Grasso and not that one's like you're like whatever.
I'm tired of Valentina Shevchenko fighting people.
Who- yeah.
Alexa Grasso gonna be the one. After
No fucking. way.
she's gonna get her this time, guys.
No, dude, Shevchenko's just cashing checks, baby. Anyway, so this is gonna wrap up the show for you. Give it up to Life of a Fighter, our sponsor, Coach Mike out there. LOF all the way. This has been Mace Hammertime.
Ronnie J.
Deuce Almighty.
500 Hammer Time. Out.